yourself and your 5 players.
Okay. Chad Brandt, coach of the state champion Menominee Maroons in Division 7. Maverick Genesee, senior. Tanner Turkoff, senior. Dawson Bardowski, senior. Nathan Komp, senior. And Xander Jerkowitz, junior.
Can you start with a few opening comments about today's championship?
Sure. We were here 2 years ago, and it's a little more emotional, I guess. Heck of a high school football game, and we were honored to be part of it. But we also felt that we came into this room with the wrong trophy. We felt we had enough to win that game against obviously a very good Lumen Christi team, and it didn't go our way. These guys committed, and we had a great year last year, but maybe needed some growing pains. And in level 3 last year in the regionals, we had 5 turnovers and lost to a very good North Muskegon team. Different mentality this year with these seniors. Just, I guess the off season, it starts always with all great teams. And then whenever we do something, but then maybe even more than that, times that I'm not around and they're running to the locker room and grabbing the footballs and I drive by and they're out there on their own. That means a lot. And we have linemen texting me up, can we have extra weight room sessions and those kind of things. So it takes a lot of work, and these guys have put it in, and I just couldn't be prouder of this group of guys and for our town and for our school of Menominee, because they deserve it and they appreciate it and they support us in every way possible.
Talk about that, coming from the UP down here, with that community support that you guys brought, even though there were some people that weren't able to make it.
So we couldn't be here without our town and community. We had to raise probably $25,000 or $30,000, and we probably did it in about 2 days. The support and love that we have, they love these kids, they love our school, and they support anything we ever ask. It's more than enough. So we love that. We also got some of the bad weather. We feel bad one fan bus couldn't make it down, but the guys that were there and made it down were definitely loud, and we could hear the Maroon faithful and the UP power for sure.
Coach, you went wire to wire this year. Didn't lose. Talk about that.
Yeah. We got some really good players. So that helps. Part of the challenge was keeping them motivated, and it's crazy that I really never went home and said we're dogging it. And, there were weeks that we felt, we were going to win, or it was not going to be much of a challenge. But our goal was not just that week. It was to be here and be sitting at this table right now. So they really competed, and sometimes we said we get better competition in practice, and we have guys that push each other. That's the way you go wire to wire when you compete. That's number one thing, and every time before we leave the practice locker room, it's all in, and it's all in to compete we talk about competing for every rep, and I think that's how we get better.
For the seniors that were on the team when you guys lost in the state championship, how does it feel to finally get over that hump and bring the title back?
Want me to let them talk a little, or you want me to take it?
Just whoever.
Sure.
Coming in as a sophomore, we were in this game, and we fell short, and that's not what we wanted, and that's when we really decided to just put our head down and knew that we had a special group of guys, and that we just had to work and really get after it if we wanted to come back, and we came back and we just put on a show for everyone, and I couldn't be more proud of these guys sitting next to me, all the guys in the locker room. They just work their butt off every week, and it's just a great feeling to be back and finally get it done.
Maverick, talk about that interception that you had in that first half on the goal line, and then later in the game, that touchdown.
It feels great. I dream about stuff like this. That's the ultimate goal, is just to be the best team player I can and help the team in any way I can. And of course, that the interception, that got our morale going the other way, and the touchdown, it felt pretty good. It was very good.
Did that interception set the tone, you think, for the game?
I think what set the tone, though, first of all, was our offensive line, and we run the game. We were pretty. Me as a play caller, I was conservative for what we usually do, but I look in our eyes, and whether it's Tanner or Dawson or Nate or Mav, and I'm sending in plays. We don't mind grinding it out too. We can be grinders, and then last week we had to score 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to get here. We can do that. That is at my level to be able to have both at my display. So these guys are very talented players, and I trust them doing both. So our doggies, and we call them our linemen, to set the tone in the first half, winning the line. I told them big plays are coming, and we can do that. But then his interception, because they had a few plays, Maverick made some plays last week too, like he said. We're all great team players, but I think the guys would agree there's probably not one more than this guy that would do anything. And to see some of the plays he's made the last couple weeks are amazing.
Chad, sorry if you've been asked this by people your way up in the UP, but you took over 4 years ago. Obviously, today we see a balance of passing, but also the famous single we offense that Ken Hofer
Sure.
made famous. And how hard is it when you took over to really have that balance of let's maintain tradition, but let's try to modernize as well?
So I would say where it looks now, it really matters game to game because of what we do. It takes a lot of time. We put in time over summer, and then when we practice full speed a lot. So I really say we've sort of meshed together three things. The single wing will not leave Menominee, and I didn't want to. It's good. It's good football, and our kids have pride in it. Our town has pride in it. But number one, it's good football. It's good for the team. So we always start there, and then we also have some other principles of some wing tee, but we use it out of the gun. And then we also have spread principles because we have a lot of skill players that'll put in times. We leave, and there's 3 more guys going out to the jugs machine for an hour. Well, we're going to throw the ball then too. So maybe, and then we have quarterbacks that play the single wing tailback that can throw for 2,000 yards and 25 touchdowns or 30 to whatever he has. We don't really talk about stats. It's not about that. If we're going to run the ball like we did in the first half, I don't know, what did we have? 25 runs. We only passed 2 times. I don't know, but it was working, and whatever's working for the team. But it's worked for us because you have to be unselfish, and you may go a game or 2 without getting the ball, and then the next game you might get 4 catches and 2 touchdowns.
Any other questions?
Coach, 11 for 13 on third down conversions today. Talk about that efficiency and how big of a game changer that was for you guys.
Yeah, third down. And probably if we didn't get it, we're probably going for it on 4th. We don't like to punt. We had to punt. It was at our only possession. We didn't score other than turnovers. So either we buried ourselves inside the 10. That kid had a heck of a punt and sort of took a crook there. But that was we actually were going to try to take a couple shots. It didn't work out. I think at that point we had some mistakes or whatever, some guy down there. But yeah, efficient football. We talk about being clean and efficient. We had a couple turnovers in the second half, but we were playing so hard we overcame them. But the efficient football of blocking, moving forward, and not having mistakes, we're usually pretty successful. I think on the season, our efficiency with the ball going into last week, and I didn't do the math last week, was I think was at 90% scoring. So
How does it feel to bring that trophy back to the UP?
that's the right trophy, and we're very happy to represent Menominee, also the Upper Peninsula. There's a huge pride in that, and we don't take it lightly.
Any of the guys, you're the first 11-man state champs from the UP in 10 years. Does that mean anything to you guys?
Means a lot to me. It means a lot to these. I'm going to let a couple of these guys over here talk what that means to them personally and to the UP and Menominee.
Yeah, it means a lot. At the start of the season, during the summer, we were doing 7-on-7s. We told ourselves we were gonna be here, and sure enough, we're here. And it's literally, I've never had any better feeling in the world. So, it feels good.
Nate, go ahead.
It just feels good knowing all the work that we've put in for the past 4 years leading up to this. It just paid off, and everybody's just all bought in, and it's just awesome to see, and it's amazing.
For you guys that were here in 23, does it feel a bit like you won it for those guys too that are no longer on the team? Thus, I don't know if you caught up with brother, what that was like.
Well, they all shot me a text and kind of told me good luck, but I remember after that game, just like seeing their faces, seeing how sad they were. It's just like that's not how I wanted it to end for us today. So I think that definitely helped us a lot, and I think that pushed us harder today.
All right, thanks guys. We'll go out in the hallway 10 minutes.